Okay, are we recording? Hello, everybody. Welcome to week 3 of the Launch to Elite training. We have a couple of important topics tonight. We're going to be talking about how to share and how to integrate doTERRA into your life so that you're sharing with more people. And we're also going to be talking about effective inviting. So first of all, the sharing, that is number 5 on the launch guide. If you're training your team, you're going to be looking at number 5 on the launch guide, sharing naturally. I know how to integrate sharing doTERRA into my everyday life. The easiest way to really do that is to carry oils in your bag. And it just happens to come up. It's great to bring TerraShield with you in the summer and be using it with your friends. If you have friends over, you can have the insect repellent for them to use when they bring their little kids over to play. You also just have oil samples in your bag. The other day, actually, I bring peppermint spray, like a water bottle with peppermint, to my son's baseball games in the summer when it's hot, and spray that to cool off because it lowers your body temperature. So if you're learning to use oils in front of people, that's gonna bring it into a conversation. When you have oils in your bag, you're always going to hear about people with a migraine or people with that have different problems. And so hopefully you're going to have an oil right there in your bag you can give to someone. That actually just happened to me last week. My friend's son was having migraines, and so I was able to give her a bottle of Past Tense, and I'm going to follow up with her and see if he happened to have another migraine and see if that oil helped him. So I just recommend carrying them with you, and I recommend just listening for opportunities to talk about it with people. When you're going to be inviting, there's efficient inviting and then there's effective inviting. Efficient inviting is a Facebook blast or a generic group text thing that you just blast out to everybody, or an email blast. That's very efficient. It's going to be very quick, and it's not personal. So technology never, or should I say, personal touch trumps technology every time. So you always want to err on the side of being personal rather than I'm going to do it quick and take advantage of technology. So you really want to invite effectively. This is really important. We didn't have this kind of training when we got started, and so we invited and didn't follow this thing I'm about to teach you, and so it wasn't always the most effective way to do it, and so we didn't get the results that we might have gotten had we followed what they say that you should do. So really a great way to do it. I really love this tic-tac-toe handout form that Mary Beth made. Hopefully your team leader gave it to you, or you can get it from me. But this is such a great thing. It's a sheet that's, the purpose of it is to give it to someone that's going to host a class for you. And then if they X out 3 boxes, then maybe they could win a Citrus Bliss. And if they X out 6 boxes, then maybe they might win a Serenity or a Balance or something. And then if they get them all X'd out, maybe they could get a diffuser, a petal diffuser, or a myrrh. But this is also a great thing to follow for yourself. So it's really a great guideline for making sure you're doing all the things you need to be doing to make sure that people are going to come. Because what ends up happening is you end up competing. I think what ends up happening is you end up competing with their couch. That's the big competition. People are home from work, they're tired, their day is done, and their couch is comfy. So you're competing with that couch. Are they going to get their butt off that couch tonight? They have this invitation to a class. This couch is so comfy though. So what you really want to do is invite effectively so that they know that you're expecting them and they don't want to let you down. And so therefore they get off the couch and get in their little car and turn the key and go to your class instead of staying at home and missing out. So this thing has, for the host, you make a list of 25 to 30 people who would like to see changes in their health, and you share samples with the potential guests before the class. You already made your names list, so take 25 to 30 people and invite them to the class. You're not going to invite them all at once because that's a lot of work for you, but take 25 to 30 people Get samples to them if you can. I actually have a great, I should have brought it down to show you. I have a great invitation that you can get from Aroma Tools, where you actually include a little sample of Wild Orange and Breathe stapled to it, and it says take 2 of these and RSVP in the morning. And so it's a generic sample for them, but everybody gets to see the oils and see how they could benefit from them ahead of time. That is an easy way to do it. However, like the girl that already got the past tense, I gave her the past tense last week, she's not going to need another sample because I already sampled her. So that's just, some invitations have those little samples kind of included in there. You just want everybody to have some sort of an oil experience, so they understand that this is not just a Yankee Candle class or some, makeup class. Like there's really a purpose to learning in this class. And the other thing I was going to say about that was, it's eluding me right now, so I will stop that in a minute, or maybe get back to that in a minute. You want to sample them. And, the other thing was, I heard way back in the day, the Wild West of doTERRA, they didn't sample anybody. Nobody had really thought of passing out samples to anybody. So they did do, they just shared their experience, These oils have really blessed my family. They've really helped my son with da-da-da-da. And why don't you come and see if this would be a blessing for your family too? So, that's another way to go at it too, is just through the whole testimony, giving them the testimony of your experience with the oils. Let's see what else we got. So you need to do three contacts, and that's how you're going to win against the couch. That's your key to winning against the couch. You have to have 3 contacts. So you do your initial invite. You tell them about the oils and how wonderful they've been for your family. And then you say, can I invite you to this class? Give them an invitation. And then the next time it's 2 days before the event. This thing says to ask for a list of health concerns or goals they'd like to address with natural solutions. So that's one thing you can say 2 days before the event. Sometimes when I do it, when I'm first inviting them to the class, I don't give them the address. And then when they say they want to come, then 2 days before the event, then I text them the address. So that I'm giving them more information without reminding, not like, this is a friendly reminder to come to the class. Like, you don't want to annoy them and you don't want to feel like you're annoying them. So you want to give them new information so that you're feeling like you're helping them. But this counts as your second touch. So you want to give them some more information 2 days before the event. And then here it says, text guests 3 to 4 hours before the event. With excitement, let them know you have saved their seat, parking info, and any admin details. So 3 to 4 hours before the event, that's just going to be another reminder. And you can ask them ahead of time, hey, do you want me to send you a reminder? Because I know life's really busy. And then you can just do it and send them a reminder, and that's fine. But otherwise, you can always just say a new thing like, hey, I'm really excited when you're coming. I've got something special for you to blah, blah, blah. Think of something. And again, new information for them, so you don't feel like you're bugging them about it. But you need to have those 3 things in place, and don't just be loosey-goosey about it and think, oh, it's okay, this person's going to come. It's my good friend or whatever it is. You really want to do the 3 touches if you want to win against the couch. So make sure you do that. Don't cut any corners. It will bite you in the butt if you do try to cut any corners. So don't do it to yourself. Trust me on that. That's experience talking. And so that's actually the main thing you want to know about inviting. Let me see if there's anything on here else that I still want to talk to you about. Offer for your guests to bring a friend. Ask specifically if they will be able to attend. So that's actually one thing I'm doing with some classes I've got coming up. I'm going to be offering them a gift for them and their friend if they bring a friend to the class. So I was actually, the smartest thing to probably do is the class in the box, like Wild Orange a little. You can get from doTERRA for $25 on your back office. You can order 10 Wild Orange 5 milliliter, so the little bottles of Wild Orange, and magazines, living magazines, for $25. So it's a really good price. I would I want to do that, but I'm not going to be doing that for this class. Actually, I bought little 5 milliliter bottles of TerraShield because I know it's summertime and bugs are coming. And so anybody that comes to class, I'm going to give them a little bottle of TerraShield and their guest a little bottle of TerraShield too. So it's great to think of something to get them to bring another friend. So that will expand your network. So I wish I could ask you guys if you have any questions, but please write down any questions you might have and ask them to your leader, ask them to me. Really, you need to make sure you're inviting effectively because it'll pay off for you in the long run. So please let us know if you have questions. One other thing I want to talk to you about with the inviting is you can also be inviting people to do the business with you. I think we've hit on that before. You're going to be inviting some people to do the oils, but people that you really care about, that you think would be really good in this or would really enjoy doing this, you can invite them right away to do the business, and you wait for them to say no. You let them say no for themselves, and they're going to say no. That's fine. And you need to ask them again. They need to say no. You need to make them say no 4 or 5 times before they'll say yes. So don't be discouraged if you have a certain particular friend that you would love to do doTERRA with you. Keep at it and find a way to get them to say no again and again and again. So there you have it. Have a great night, and I will talk to you next week.